Hello dear students, in the last period we have studied about the pseudo first order reaction. Today we are going to study few of the problems based on the pseudo first order reaction. Let me read the question for you. The question is little longer. Hydrolysis of methyl acetate in an aqueous solution has been studied by titrating the liberated acetic acid against the sodium hydroxide. The concentration of the ester at a different time is given below. So if you understand the concentration, here the time is given, here the concentration of ester is given. So when time is 0, the concentration of ester is 0.85 mole per liter. When time is 30 minute, the concentration is 0.8004 mole per liter. When time is 60 minutes, the concentration is 0.7538 mole per liter, and when the time is 90 minutes, the concentration is 0.7096 mole per liter. Show that it follows a pseudo first order reaction as the concentration of water remains mostly constant. So here the concentration of water remains constant and the constant concentration is 55 mole per liter. During the course of reaction, what is the value of K in this equation? What is the value of K dash in this equation? And here they have given one equation. Rate is equal to K dash into CS3 COO CS3, that is your ester, multiplied by H2O. So to answer this question, first we should use this equation. K is equal to 2.03 by T log of R0 by R. When you have T is equal to 30, it is K1, and K1 is equal to 2.303 divided by 30 log of 0.85 divided by 0.8004. These values we have taken from here, 85 and 8004, that is what we have put out over here. And the first value for K1 we get is 2.004 into 10 to the power minus 3 minute inverse. Same way, when we take T is equal to 60, we get K2, and the value of K2 is 2.002 into 10 to the power minus 3 minute inverse. When we have T is equal to 90, we just put the value from the table here. The value of R0 remains same, 0.85, and the value, the other, that is R, is being changed, that this value is being taken from the table. So when T is equal to 90, K3 is equal to 2.005 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now we have to calculate the average rate of reaction. So K is average of this. So K is equal to K1 plus K2 plus K3 divided by 3, and ultimately we get K is equal to 2.004 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now in the question it is given that rate is equal to K dash into ester into H2O. The concentration of H2O is given as a 55 mole per liter. Uh, we got the value for ester, so we'll put the your K. What the value K we have got is nothing but K dash into H2O. So your K dash into 55, that is equal to 2.004 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is the value of K that we have put from this. This is the value of K. So this is how you can get the value for K dash. So your K dash is equal to 2.004 divided by 55 into 10 to the power minus 3, and that is how you can get that K dash is equal to 3.64 into 10 to the power minus 5 mole per liter per minute. From the unit itself we can come to know that it is the first the unit of K, it says that it is the zero order reaction. So with H2O it does not make any difference here, because with H2O it is of zero order, and the overall reaction has the unit of first order. This is how we can understand, and that is why this particular reaction is pseudo first order reaction. So actually it is having one more reactant, but still it it depends only upon the concentration of ester only, not on the concentration of water. Then we have the next question. In pseudo first order hydrolysis of ester in water, the following results were obtained. They have given time and ester mole per liter. So when time is 0, ester is 0.55 mole per liter. When time is 30 second, ester is 0.31 mole per liter. When time is 60 second, ester is 0.17 mole per liter, and when time is 90 second, ester is 0.085. Now what we need to calculate, Calculate the average rate of reaction between time interval 30 to 60, and then we need to find out the calculate the pseudo first order rate constant, that is K, for the hydrolysis of ester. So first we'll go for case number 1, where we calculate the rate constant for a 30 to 60 second. So here we have TF, T final is 60 second and TI is 30 second. We have the formula rate is equal to RF minus RI divided by TF minus TI, that is 0.17 minus 0.31. This is the value that we have taken from the table, divided by 60 minus 30, and ultimately we get 4.67 into 10 to the power minus 3 second inverse. Now we need to calculate the average rate of reaction. To calculate the average rate of reaction, we have to calculate the various K at various time. So if if the time is 30 seconds, we find out 2.03 30 log of 0.55 divided by 0.31, we get K1. If time is 60, we get 2.03 divided by 60. This should be 60 actually. 60 into log of 0.55 divided by 0.17, and we get the value of K2. When your time is equal to 90, T is equal to 90, you get 2.303 divided by 90 log of 0.55 divided by 0.085, and that is how we get the value for K3 is 2.07 into 10 to the power minus second, and then we get the then we take the average of this all these 3K, and ultimately we get K is equal to 1.98 into 10 to the power minus 2 second inverse. Now we want to understand some other numericals for calculation of the rate constant. So let us go for them. The following data were obtained during the first order thermal decomposition of N2O5, nitrogen pentoxide, at constant volume. You can see that nitrogen pentoxide, when dissociate or decompose, it gives nitrogen tetroxide and oxygen gas. So in the first experiment, when time is 0, the concentration is 0.5 atmospheric, and when time in second experiment, when the time is 100 second, the concentration is 0.512, and here they ask us to calculate the rate constant for this data. So here we can write it easily and understand that you have the reaction N2O5 that gives N2O4 plus O2. When you have T is equal to 0, your R0, that is the initial concentration, is 0.5 atmospheric pressure. When you have T is equal to T, that is your 0.5 minus 2x, because 2x is used from it. So 2x atmospheric of N2O4 is made, and x atmosphere of oxygen gas is made. This is what it is, the value which is known as R, which is your final concentration for N2O5. Now when T is equal to 0, total pressure is 0.5 atmospheric pressure, because 0.5 plus 0 plus 0, that is 0.5 atmospheric pressure. And when T is equal to T, you can see here T is equal to T, the total pressure is 0.5 minus 2x plus x, because all these are present and they also contribute into the total pressure. So total pressure is 0.5 minus 2x plus x is equal to 0.512 atmospheric, which this is what it is given into the question. You know that minus 2x plus 2x turns into 0, and therefore 0.5 plus x is equal to 0.512, and therefore x is equal to 0.012. As we have chosen x is equal to 0.012, as the reaction is of first order, so we can write K is equal to 2.03 by T log of R0 by R. Your R0 is 0.5 atmospheric, your R is 0.5 minus 2x. We know the value of x is 0.012, and finally we get R is equal to 0.476 atmospheric. So therefore T is equal to 100 seconds, so we can write K is equal to 2.03 by 100 log of 0.5 into divided by 476. I have shown you all the calculations which I have done, and then finally this 0.5, and this is what it is, 0.476, it should be 0.476. So you can simply write this is 500 divided by 476. You divide it with 500. You divide 500 with 476. You get the answer 1.050. And if you look into the log table, you will get the log of 1.050 is 0.0212, and by multiplying you get finally the value of your k, that is 4.88 into 10 to the power minus 14 second inverse. I hope, my dear students, you are enjoying. Please keep watching and learning. Happy learning.